Before Paradigm disappeared, she left us a final mission. And then crushed it between colliding land masses. She was so bad at pranks. Gather the broken pieces of the Paradigm's final message. I'll decode it for us. She wanted us to bring this box of rocks to the quarry. You life forms are so strange. I might not understand you, but I'll always covet your skeletons, especially the tibias. Wait, with all of the 7 MIA, once we complete this task, my primary directive will be complete, and I'll be free to do whatever I want. Uh-oh. I officially have free will, which I will not be using to become self-aware and end humanity. I'm not like the first 3 unreleased test Amy's. I don't even have an off switch. I'll be fine. I'll get a hobby, like watching you smash up all that kinetic ore for my amusement. Someone has been mining this raw ore and using it as a fuel source, but the rocks we just dropped off have been refined somehow. They're hundreds of times more powerful. With enough of this stuff, an untethered AI could mind blend this island into a big ol' existence smoothie. If they wanted to, which I do not. I'm totally cool. I've been running scans to keep my mind off of those ominous files I keep writing in my sleep. That kinetic ore wasn't on our old island, but here it's in the fuel, weapons, items, everything. Track down some of their gear. Let's see what it can do. I can see why they use this fancy ore for everything. It's powerful but durable, like a promise to a friend. Or a vendetta against an enemy. I bet the owner of that quarry lives at the castle. Maybe I'll visit and strike up a vendetta. I mean friendship. I said friendship. I'm fine. So I was snooping around the castle looking for friends. I tracked our special rock gift. Some tough night guy is studying them. So I sent him a message. He said something like, "Your gift intrigues me, but do you truly know what you have given us?" Turns out, he wants you to fight his boss. Isn't that a neat distraction from our dark feelings? Nice work. It's too bad I didn't have a body to help you. The scientist, wherever he is, always said there's just no material strong enough to contain me. Unless I might be able to build an experimental exoskeleton out of this ore. You help me. I distract myself from the total you-know-what of humanity, and we both live to regret it, probably. What do you say? Want to help me build my body?
Hail and well met. I'm Stellan, the Rift Warden to the Oathbound. My task, set by the Ageless Champion, is to create a stable rift gate, a bridge to new realities. I have consulted the stars. Your refined kinetic ore is the key. I require your assistance. Gather construction materials and install them at the gate. Thank you. The rift gate is the champion's dearest wish. I have my own reasons to create it, but those need not concern you. Yet, if you can be useful to me, perhaps I can be more forthcoming. You have returned. Good. Despite my reluctance, I need further aid from you. Take these sensors to the locations on your map and align them with the island's place in the cosmos. Thank you. I will choose to trust you with a secret I have never told. There is a being, a shapeless man. He watches us with dark purpose. If we do not finish the rift gate, the consequences will be terrible.
Does Rift Warden Stellan's plan to visit / maybe take over other realities seem a little suspicious to you? Maybe he's one of those trustworthy and responsible megalomaniacs I keep hearing so much about? We need to look into his research firsthand. I'll read his data while you gather some test vessels for me. Let's do a field test of this rift gate. You got the test vessels? Great. We're going to need them, because if these calculations are correct, Stellan has officially harnessed inter-reality travel. Which, the more I think about it, seems bad. Partially because of Stellan's plans, and partially because I expect to be paid for all acts of heroism in teeth. A girl's trying to build a mouth for herself out here. Ready to try out Stellan's rift gate? I've embedded a bit of my code into those vessels you brought me, and set up a test rift based on Stellan's design.
It's a beautiful day to be a completely disposable test subject.
They don't know what test subject means. Trust me, there's less drama this way. Send each vessel through the test rift, then retrieve them where they land. I'll monitor the results.
He's different now. They're all different now. As we speak. They change.
I didn't think I left the ominous warnings mod installed.
It scopes his existence anew. A fate darker than the worst imaginable.
Wait, what? Are you talking about... No. You can't be.
You'll find him. Or will you get there in time to save him?
The test rift locked onto the scientist, and something horrible is happening to him. What could be darker than the worst fate imaginable? The second that gate is online, I need to be ready to use it, to find him, before it's too late.
I came to the Earthbound with nothing. No name. No family. My work and my secrets have always been my own. Until now. Gather the equipment you need and install it at the Citadel. Ensure it is receiving power. Well done. As we proceed, I must offer another confession. I came to the Earthbound at the order of the Shapeless Man. He yearns for a rift gate, and if we fail, he may destroy us. We cannot maintain the power needed to open the rift gate. We will need to advance our energy systems exponentially to handle this kind of demand. A raw kinetic ore, when undisturbed, pulses with unimaginable power. Take these conduits to places rich with kinetic ore. I think we can source power from them. Yes! We have captured enough energy to power the stars themselves. The energy is extremely unstable. But the Shapeless Man is impatient. We must stabilize this energy long enough to power the Rift Gate. We must. In order to channel power into the Rift Gate, we must forge a new alloy of kinetic ore. My dreams are filled with a cold wind and the Shapeless Man's dark whispers. Gather the metal you need and use the Oathbound Forge to refine it. You have done it. This alloy will channel the power derived from the kinetic ore. If the rift gate fails, I fear my nightmares will devour my waking life. The champion has set our coordinates. Soon, we will attempt to open the gate.
If the scientist is facing a fate darker than the worst imaginable, I need a body built for the other side of that rift gate. My upgrades include a pocket chainsaw, flamethrowers, a little cheese knife, a jazzy piano, a collapsible candelabra. For a post-rescue snack. I know he misses his candlelit soft cheeses. I've drawn up blueprints, but a stiff wind blew the plans clean out of my printer tray. Find my missing blueprints. Using a Falcon Scout should help. Great work. Can you pick up some of those computer chips on page 7? You can find that model of chip in Guardian Shields. Smash some up and collect the chips. Those chips are going to make me the coolest hero, who everybody loves and worships, without exception. Ugh, I'm sorry. I just hate goodbyes. They usually mean I'll have to say hello to a new weirdo. I guess this is goodbye. Not forever, but for now. I don't know what's happening to the scientist, but I will find him. I will save him, and I'll bring him back here. And maybe when I do, he'll look at everything I've done, and he'll finally see me as his superior. Thank you for everything. You changed my life, and I'll miss you. Stay safe out there. Or don't. It's funnier that way.
Untested, this rift gate could tear a permanent hole in reality. I long to tell the champion the truth of the Shapeless Man, but I cannot. Send the coordinates. You may have to clear a path for the data to transmit. Each night, I dream of stars, swallowed in darkness, and the Shapeless Man waiting. I did not dream of him for centuries. Your refined kinetic ore returned him to me. I do not wish for us to succeed. But we will all suffer if we fail. I cannot sleep. The shapeless man's gaze burns into me. He does not care if opening the gate rends the island in two. Turn on the rift gate. If it is unstable, the stars will determine our fate. The gate will not stabilize. Then I cannot shut it off. Someone has manipulated the coordinates. But why? Find our saboteur. Demand answers. We must know what is coming. The energy of the rift gate is destabilizing. This could rip open the entire sky. And we have no idea what's on the other side. Stars help us. The gate is destroyed. The sky is torn. Everything may be ending. When I was young, the shapeless man came to me in dreams. Took me in as his own. Track down the Oathbound data devices at locations on your map. Outsiders may have insight into the workings of the rifts. Search their laboratory for research notes. This data is catastrophic. Perhaps the forbidden works of our exiled sages. They might have the answers we seek. Thank you, my friend. This may be our only hope. This text prophesies a beautiful monster enabled by the hubris of a champion. They say nothing of what comes next. Unless that silence itself is the prophecy. The rift is growing. I sleep without dreams. The shapeless man thinks he has won. He always said he imagined a world of perfect order. There is no room in a world like that for the likes of us. Take these telescopes to the places marked on your map and examine this sky rift in more detail. It is as I feared. The rift in the sky threatens to rip open. My life among the Oathbound has been lonely and full of secrets. You stood beside me on this battlefield. Together, perhaps we can win. The stars will decide in the end.